Good morning and welcome to our show that we do every other week called Ask Mason. This is a show where you can send in questions to Ask Mason at enid.org, and we'll try to answer all those questions. Or sometimes we just have special guests on and we talk about things that are going on throughout our community, and that's what's happening this morning. I have two very, very special guests. I have with me this morning Nicole Painter,
yes,
which is the Vance Educational Liaison, right?
School Liaison.
School Liaison,
yes.
Okay. And then I also have Payton Perou, which is in the third grade and 8 years old at Prairie View, right? Mm-hmm. Did I get all that right?
Yes.
Okay. And your dad and stepdad are actually in the military, right?
Yes.
So you are definitely a child of a military family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, this month, starting in April, we are celebrating Month of the Military Child. And I will say, Nicole, that you'd come to me, 6 months ago? Mm-hmm. 5 months ago?
Probably, yeah.
Started telling me about that, and I just wasn't fully aware. That's something I had never really thought about, just how difficult it's got to be for those children every couple of years, every 3 years, to pack up, move to a new community, new school. Challenging, I would think, right?
Very. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, first of all, before we start, tell me just a little bit about Month of the Military Child. And you told me a couple things. Their logo is a dandelion, mm-hmm, right? Tell me about that,
yeah,
and why they chose that.
So the dandelion represents the military children being able to bloom wherever they're blown and wherever they land. So they're very resilient, and they can acclimate to any climate and any new environment that they land in.
Yeah. They also selected the color purple, right?
Right.
And I learned something about purple that I didn't know.
Yes.
So tell us why purple.
So purple represents a mixture of all the colors blended together from all the branches of military. So your navy blue, your army green, your Air Force blue, and then the Marines are red.
And when you blend all those colors
together, when you blend them all together, yeah, you get purple. So it's just a mixture of all of them.
Well, you were telling me about that, and things I just never even thought about, I thought was so cool.
Yeah.
But, so Nicole, how often do these kids move?
So the average number of times that they move is 6 to 9 times from kindergarten through 12th grade.
Wow.
And I just spoke to a lieutenant colonel on his way to Vance that his daughter is going to be a senior, and she's moved 4 times in the last 4 years. So it's very difficult, especially for the older kids as they are in high school, and a little bit harder to integrate and make friends the older that they get. So
Payton, you're 8 years old. Mm-hmm. How many times have you moved?
I can tell you all the places. I went to Florida with my dad, and then I went to Arizona. We visit Colorado, Oklahoma, and Cheyenne, Wyoming.
So
5.
5 times. Mm-hmm. 5 times you've actually moved. Wow.
And where were you born, Payton?
Cheyenne, Wyoming.
Cheyenne, Wyoming. Okay.
Really? I'm going to ask you a question. I want you to say yes. Is Enid your favorite place? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. No, I'm kidding you. Where's your favorite place?
I have to say Colorado, because mostly all of my family is mostly there.
Yeah. Colorado's pretty great, isn't it? I have to admit, yeah. So, Payton, what's that like whenever you leave one school and you move to another school? Is that hard, meeting those other kids as you come in? And I mean, I would think it would be.
When I used to be with my cousin at school, which is Arizona, and I had a lot of friends there, but since when I moved with my stepdad, Brian, and to Enid, Oklahoma, I started to have more friends, and then I started to like it. And I used to be, I'm in gymnastics, and while I was in gymnastics in Arizona, I had gymnastics here, and I had very, very lot of friends from there too.
So just as you get involved in different things like gymnastics, it makes it a little easier, doesn't it, to find friends and meet people? Yeah. Nicole, how many kids do we think we have at our base at Vance that are in?
So sometimes it can be difficult to pin that number down, but we're estimating over 500. Enid Public Schools has about 330, and then we've got Chisholm, OBA, we've got some other private elementary schools, so that number we're going to estimate over 500. And then the state of Oklahoma, 28,000 military-connected kids. Yes,
really
big number.
You know, I grew up in Altus, so grew up there, went to Altus from the 5th grade all the way through high school and on into junior college. But I didn't realize then, but I think back, there were kids coming and going all the time. And it didn't really dawn on me as a child just how difficult that must be to make friends. You know, when you're local and you've been with these other kids for so many years, you just don't give that a lot of thought. So that's what this month does, coming up in April, doesn't it?
Right.
And we kind of put a committee together, come up with several things that we're wanting to do here in the city to recognize that. I just wrote down a few of them. I'm pretty excited about it. One of the things, starting on First Friday, you'll be able to go downtown on First Friday, and you guys are going to have a booth set up, right?
We are going to have a booth, yes.
Yeah, and it's going to be on the Breezeway. They call that
Vance Alley?
Vance Alley,
Yeah.
That's right.
That's exciting.
I know.
A lot of people don't know that, so I think that's maybe a new thing, but
Yeah.
I've been spreading the word that that's Vance Alley.
Vance Alley.
Yeah.
And what are you going to do at the booth?
So we're just going to, we have some LED light wands that we're going to give out. We're going to have some stickers and just get to know all the kids there and let them know, you know, that we're supporting military kids. If they see a military kid, just tell them thank you for the sacrifices that they make, because they do that with, you know, they don't really get a choice in that. They just have to pack up and move.
You're born into it, aren't you? Yeah, yeah. So you're going to have a booth down there. We are also starting on April the 5th through the 15th. All the new LED lights that are around the top of the buildings downtown, we're going to turn those purple.
Right.
And I'm excited to see that.
That's really neat because I know that's a new thing that Enid has downtown is the ability to change those colors out. I explained to you that in Oklahoma City they changed the Scissortail Bridge to purple. They changed the colors of that. So it was just something that we thought, well, what can we make purple in Enid? And because we have those new LED lights, that was the perfect way to change something purple.
I've also asked all of our city commissioners, we're getting all of them purple shirts with the logo on it. And on the night of our next commission meeting, April the 2nd, I hope they'll all have those on. I'm going to ask them to. And we've got a proclamation we're going to do.
Yes.
So I know you guys will have several people there to accept that. And then if everyone will look online, we're going to have a story online just talking about this. We're also, which I thought was pretty cool since I'm not a technology person, but during the month of April, we're going to take all of our city logos that are on social media and turn those purple to represent that. So we're pretty excited about this. And then on April the 30th, going to be a big parade out on base, right?
Yes, yes.
And tell me about that, what y'all do. I thought this was so cool.
Yeah, that started during COVID, where we were kind of isolated and we had to figure out a way to do our annual Purple Up Parade, but in a safer way. So we decided that we would do a vehicle parade through the housing neighborhood. And so it started out with just the Child and Youth Programs employees, and each year it's grown bigger and bigger to more agencies on base. We've got leadership involved, we've got fire trucks, we've got security forces, Sparky and McGruff usually make an appearance, and so it's really fun. So we decorate our cars, throw candy, honk our horns. We've got a lot of Eisenhower Elementary participates also, and so we have a lot of people dressing up silly during the parade, and then the residents, a lot of them children, come out of their houses because they can hear us coming. We are going to have a drum line as usual, so that will be it might be the Covington drumline this year, so we're still working that out, but you'll hear us coming down the road. So a lot of the kids will come outside and see what it is and throw candy, and yeah, it's going to be fun. You're going to be there this year?
We are. I've already talked, we're going to bring one of our big fire trucks out also.
Yes.
I'll bring a few commissioners with me and hopefully some city staff, and we're going to buy a lot of candy and throw it from the top of that fire truck. Do you like candy? Yeah, me too. Me too. So we're excited about that. It's going to be a great month. A lot of stuff going on in April, and we're excited to be part of this. Thank you for what you do. I know, I realize you're just born into it, but we appreciate that. We realize that that's tough, moving from school to school and community to community, but we're glad you're here in Enid. And we're glad you go out to Prairie View. And just tell your mom and dad thank you, okay? Nicole, thank you for being here today.
Thank you.
We sure appreciate everything that you guys do.
We appreciate you.
All right. Have a good day. Thank you.